Hello, it's Papa Smurf here. It's time to spruce up the place. This is a Papa Smurf special. It's been a couple years since I got this stuff done, and it needs doing again. Well, let me take you on an adventure. Sit back, grab a cup of coffee, relax, and let's have some fun. What started this adventure was I was taking photos of my beautiful tulips. And I was looking at the framing on that flower bed and said, well, it's been 2 years and I think it could use some makeup, just like Papa Smurf does. Well, let's take a better look at it. My, the lilac bush is coming in nicely after being cut to the ground 2 years ago. It was over 6 foot tall and needed to be done. So this year I'm going to get some lilacs off it. And I love that smell. I have 2 birds on the log. I have 2 birds down in the right hand corner. I toss bird seed out in the garden there and on the grass for them to eat. Everybody's like, why do you do that? And I said, because if I put in a bird feeder, they don't go down to the ground and eat all the bugs, the fleas, the ticks, the gnats. This way here, if they're on the ground, they see it, they eat it. Yeah, that blackbird and that sparrow's working like crazy. So, but yeah, that trim needs to be done around that flower bed. And it's not getting done. Let's see where the adventure's got to start at. Auction hose, check. Chair, check. Knee pad, check. Stain and brush, check. Planner to be done, double check. Well, let's see what else we have to do on this. Yep, there's weeds over here and it needs some attention on that framing. Oh, if I only had good lungs. Well, let's see what we can get done here. Nope. Looking at it from this angle, doesn't look any better. Oh, it's not going to do it itself, is it? Well, let's get started. Wow! Look how tall I am! I'm skinny too! Ha ha ha! Only wish. You can see I started on this part of the framing and I still gotta go around. It's looking good, but we got a long ways to go. Well, let's get it done. Nope, it still hasn't done it by itself. That brush is still sitting on top of that can, just idling, waiting for Papa Smurf to get busy. And I'm grabbing a breath real quick before I do, but you can see all them flower buds on that lilac bush. It's gonna be so nice. Looks like I should have taken a little bit more time and let that camera focus in before I hit that shutter. Oh well, but you can still see, hey, that looks a lot better from what it was. Well, we're just doing what we can. Let's see what else it looks like. Nothing like a before and after photo to really show the difference. That looks nice. Well, hopefully that lasts another 2 years. We'll see what it does. Let's continue on. I must say, that even makes the weeds look good. Well, too bad those tulips were not still blooming because they were beautiful out there. Well, let's get a few more better views of this. Now you see why Papa Smurf wears makeup. That looks good. Almost looks brand new. That planter was here when I moved in 2007, and I don't know how long it was here before that. I know it was there when my daughter got the place in 2005, so it's been there a while. It's holding up pretty good. Oh, them weeds just are not taking care of themselves. Well, let's look at a different angle. Looks good from this angle too. The weeds look just as nice. I will get in there and weed it out, and it is hard. People with COPD, you know it's hard. But hey, the oxygen hose is there. I got it on, and we're doing it. Yes, there's 2 layers of wood there. Yeah. The bottom one's just getting eaten up by the ground, you know. It all piles up, the dirt and everything else, and pretty soon I'll only have the top to redo. Well, that's less work for me. Yes, I even moved the plants around and got in there and painted that part in the back and the middle there all the way across. Got that all taken care of. Had to do that before the plants got too big for me to even get in there and get it done. So, well, I got so much garlic growing in there. I'm trying to get rid of that creeping garlic, and it's everywhere. Yeah, hopefully in a year or two I can get it all out. Well, let's continue on with this adventure. It's a new day and time for a new adventure. When I was trying to figure out what color I wanted to paint that battleship gray trailer, I found this color called Top Banana. And so that's why I painted the shed. After I repainted that roof and painted the shed, I heard the International Space Station went.
Papa Smerf, we can see your shed.
So, I went with a less bright color. I went with Summer Moon. As you can see, and it's a lot lighter and more of a cream color, but it's a yellow still. So, that shed roof is looking really bad. I think I'm going to have to redo that. Well, let the adventure begin. Let's have some fun. Yes, when that derecho came through and was ripping trees out of the ground and branches the size of trees out of trees, slamming on my house and landing on the shed. The wind actually ripping the paint off there on the front of the shed there. It dinged it up pretty good. Well, let's get something done and make it look better. Don't mind the hole in the mini blinds. Goldie wanted to see out, so she made a peekaboo for herself. On the shed roof, I had an old pail of the roofing material for my roof on my house left over from 2 years ago. I thought, well, that will seal up that shed roof really well. So I started using it. All it was doing was just clumping on there and peeling back, and oh, it was starting to make a mess. And I thought, well, let's see what we can get done with it. Here's a close-up of what I get to work with. Yeah, let's try and make this look better. I don't know how, but I'm going to give it a try. I have a pretty view on top of this ladder overlooking the shed. I can see the interstate. I can see the Doppler radar. I can see the water tower. I can see the tower. I can see the road construction. I can see my hedge needs to be trimmed, but not those done blooming. I can also see down in the lower right corner of the photo, that looks a mess. Well, that material I was using from 2 years ago on that roof was just clumping so bad I couldn't use it anymore. So I had a gallon of paint for the trim on the house, and I said, well, it's good on metal, it's semi-gloss, it'll be easy to clean. Let's just redo this section over this other paint when it dries and do the whole roof in that. We'll just pop everybody's eyes out. On this side of the roof, on the east side, only have this one strip here left to do, and it's starting to look good. Boy, that semi-gloss sure shines, doesn't it? Let's make this shed just sparkle. Hey, it's a shed roof. It looks good, looks better than what it did. Don't mind the stuff in the middle there that it's still lit up, I'll tell you that much. It may not look the best, but it looks better than what it did. Well, I gotta continue on with this adventure. There's no stopping it now. Yep, that roof is so bright it almost blinds out the camera. Well, I'm swinging around to the front side of the shed. That'd be the north side. And let's get this fascia painted up and looking a lot better. The adventure just continues. Oh my, what have I got myself into? I'm gonna finish up that front fascia, and that bottom part is just gonna, well, looks like it's gonna need to be done too. Oh, what a can of worms I just opened. Well, it's an adventure. I've gotten done on that front fascia what I could do with that 3-inch roller. I'll have to go back with a hand brush and fix up the extra trim on it. I've got the west side of the roof done this far. 3 more panels to go, but I can't reach it. You can see it narrows down to nothing right here, and yeah, I can't get to it. So it's time to get out the tall ladder again and get around back and see if I can't reach it from the south side. Let's continue the adventure. A new hat is not going to make this body look any better. Oh, you see the tall ladder there? I'm going to swing it around back and get those extra panels back there. Let's get to it. Yep, that new hat looks pretty. Doesn't do much for the rest of it, but it looks pretty. You can see that. I got the ladder around the corner. Let's continue on. Yes, the south fascia is done as well. And so is the rest of the west side of that roof. Yes, the can is on top of the house. No, there I don't have to climb up and down the ladder to get to it. See, Papa Smurf is not as dumb as you think he is. He uses that noggin, keeps that hat on there to keep the brain cells in there, but yep, well, let's continue on and see what it looks like. My. Even with the dents and dings and everything else, it came out looking really nice. Again, I'm going to pat myself on the back. It has not been easy. That road crew is bringing so many big trucks down that dirt road they've created to put in the new road. I'm breathing dirt all day, and I'm just covered in dirt and grind and sunburnt. But it's all well worth it. It looks good. Well, the adventure continues. Yes, that hat looks nice. Now I gotta do something with that body. Oh. Let me tell you, most people start at the bottom and work their way up. I learned from experience. If you do that, you find out it's just a cliff at the top. And it's a long ways down. So I like working from the top down. This way here you don't hit the ground so hard. Ha 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 ha. Let's continue on with this adventure. This is what happens when you buy paint differently. The house was done in the same color, but it was in a 5-gallon jug. This time I bought it in a 1-gallon jug, but they don't have the same paint as they did before, so they had to use a different paint. So I don't know if they didn't put in enough yellow in this one or what it is, but it is what it is. It's going to be better than what it was. Let's continue on. The only problem with this side is I'm closer to the edge where the wind's blowing, and you see all that dirt road out there? And big trucks go by, and it's just a cloud of dirt and dust and everything blowing my way because the wind's coming up from the south because it's a hot, warm day today. Well, let's take our time and get it done. Yes, the north side is done. That lighter yellow shows more of the dings and dents and imperfections, but it is what it is. I'm just going to continue on. Well, with a straight-on view, it looks good. That lighter yellow does bring out the imperfections, the dings and the dents, but you know, that shed was moved here many years ago. Many years ago. Like about 20 years ago. From 30 miles away. And was placed here. So the person came by that had it moved there, that had the shed years ago. And couldn't believe it was still here. Because they knew what it was like when they moved it. And I said, it's still standing. It's been through a lot, but we'll keep it going for as long as we can. Nothing better than a before and after side by side to show the difference. Well, see, a little bit of tweaking here and there and it's looking good. Well, the adventure continues. Here we go. Time to work on the east side here on the siding. Get it painted up. I cannot move that stick. That's an easement stick they placed in. You got it pretty buried in the ground. I'd have to snap it off. So it's flimsy. It'll move. I should be able to paint around it. Let's get this side looking better. Well, the lighting is not the best. But I got this east side done. See, I was able to move that, get around that stick they have there. Yeah, it's looking good. We'll just have to continue on with the adventure. Well, I didn't take a before picture, but here's an after picture. South side's done. The sheds is done. It's going to get today. My chair's still sitting there because I'm not far from that chair when I'm working. Skirting needs to be done back here, but people really can't see it. Oh, after breathing all that dirt and dust and grime, and I feel gritty and sunburnt and just ready for a shower, trust me. And I'll go take some leave before I do all that, so I feel a little better. Well, let's continue on with the adventure. Well, here's the west side of the shed, between the house and the trailer. And I got everything done on that shed today. Other than that, that's 8 hours worth of work I did. Well, would have taken a normal person maybe 2 or 3 hours to do. Hell, I'm on oxygen, moving slow, but hey, take your time, do what you can. That's what I do. Do what you can. Don't know what you can do until you try to do it. That's an adventure for another day. The kiddie hole there for the cats go in and out of is still there, gonna be there. Well, the adventure has one more photo, I think. We'll see. Hey, it's the next day. I got up with the road crew this morning, and that shed looks good in the sunlight. Look at that sparkle, nice and clean, like it's brand new. You know, it's as new as it's gonna get. I hope you guys enjoyed the adventure here. Let's see what else I have in store. Well, this adventure ends with a before and after photo. The before photo, November 7th, 2020. I still had a maple tree by that patio there. Of course, that derecho came through and just ripped it apart, so they're going to be taking that out. And the after photo, yeah, that shed looks good. I'm happy and pleased with it. And as you can see, that maple tree's been removed, so no shade over that patio anymore. The only tree I've given me shade is that elm right there. Well, do what you can. Go out and make an adventure. Life's just an adventure. See you all till next time. Love you all. Bye.